Mike Brennan, and we're once again talking about the iHub group because they're having a meeting coming up in June, and for a change, it's right here in my backyard at Bamboo, Ann Arbor. Yay! Takes me about 10 minutes to get there. And so we have Diane Durance. Diane has worn many hats over the years that I've known her, but she's really an entrepreneurial expert and investment expert, and she knows all the angels and venture capital folks and all that good stuff. And we also have joining us Michael Vitek, who's from the University of Michigan, but has a long, industry background. As I looked at your bio, and he's running the program along with Diane and some other folks. So let's talk about the two events that are coming up. You got one coming up, I noticed in my notes this week. I think it's the NEF, New Enterprise Forum function. Why don't you talk a little bit about that first?
Yes, I want on that before we talk about the Innovator Advisor Community breakfast that we have coming up on the 26th. But this week we have New Enterprise Forum, and I'm moderating the panel. It's going to be on angel investing. And what we're really focused on is the kind of the insider's view of it. Or some use that would help them get in front of angel investors and to really attract those investments. New Enterprise Forum, for the audience members that aren't familiar with it, is a long-standing organization in Ann Arbor. I think it must be going on 40 years old. Every month they do a forum meeting that includes a showcase presentation of one of the entrepreneurs that they've worked with and helped develop their pitch. And then usually there's an education component, panel discussion or that type of thing. And it's going to be an exciting meeting. It starts at 5 o'clock and it's held at SPARK Central at 330 East Liberty in the lower level. There are two showcase presenters planned. One is Matt Henry with EarthMetric Innovations, and also Jerold Zwas with PakItGreen. Both of them are MSU innovations. So the technology was developed at MSU for both of these companies. It's on sustainability with make it possible for farmers to grow crops with less, and on how we can develop some of these very eco-friendly packaging.
All right. Well, let's talk about the breakfast on the 26th at Bamboo Detroit / Ann Arbor.
Okay, so these are scheduled throughout the year. We try to have, the next one is at Bamboo Ann Arbor. The focus of that is really trying to get innovators to get and come meet advisors that are in the community and get them to weeks, or this month's topic is really around customer discovery. Yeah, the programming is that both do customer. One wants to start a business, the other one wants to do research, but they come at it from a different approach. And so our really try to get them to come together to understand kind of the similarity when they try to talk to cover kind of the nuances associated with them do it and what the outcomes of those are. So I think we have 2 hours of programming really established for trying to get people to kind of get together to mingle. We've got about 50 signups already, which equally split, I think, between innovators and advisors from the community. So yeah, we're really kind of looking forward to this event. And if you guys can make it out, it'll be a great time. I think it's from 8 o'clock, starts 8 o'clock, runs to 10. We give you time to get there and to mingle a little bit beforehand. So the programming really doesn't start until around 8:15. But we do promise to end on time because, everyone's got jobs and things like that to get back to.
So let's talk a little bit more about the New Enterprise Forum event. I understand you've got an angel investor panel with a really interesting background. So why don't you describe who's on that panel and what their backgrounds are?
Sure, yes. We have 3 panelists, Dawn Hines, Michael Koziara, and Don Ufford. Hines happens to be a CEO of a manufacturing company right here in Ann Arbor, but she wears an angel investor hat as well, a couple of them. Keiretsu Forum of the Midwest. Keiretsu is a global angel investment network. And then she also represents her alumni association in their impact investing from the Wharton School. So she's angel investing around the world, and also as well as in Michigan. And then Michael Koziara is the chair of the Angel Investment Review Committee for Michigan Capital Network. And so he handles the intake of all the entrepreneurs that are looking for angel investment from one of the MCN groups. And that would include Grand Angels, Blue Water Angels, Woodward Angels, Kazoo Angels. And so he's been handling that. And that's only part of what MCN does. Michigan Capital Network also has a venture fund, and that is professionally managed by a staff. It's really focus on the early stage that are not ready for venture funding. They're really ready for their first investment. Don Ufford is a member of Woodward Angel, one of the first members when the group formed back, now I think it's been maybe 5 years ago. And he has and he's I selected him for the panel in part because I think that he's fairly typical of a lot of the angel investors that belong to the groups in Michigan. He had a stellar career and then retired and got involved in the entrepreneurial ecosystem, got intrigued by some of the startup companies that he was seeing, and ended up joining an angel group.
All right. So if folks want to get plugged into both of these events, how can they do that?
A New Enterprise Forum, I think the easiest way is to go to newenterpriseforum.org, because they have a pretty robust website with all the information on the events. I think that's probably the easiest way. There's no cost to attend, so anyone could come and check it out.
Yep. And then
All right, go ahead, Mike.
No, I was gonna say, and then for the event on the 26th, I believe you can go to the Bamboo site and you can do a sign up there. There's RSVP, and again, there's no cost for anyone to come. So.
And what's the intended audience for the
So yeah, we encourage people to come from the community. So those people that are interested in understanding a bit more about what happens at the universities and what type of research is ongoing, people that are interested maybe in partnering with university researchers and things like developing MVPs or doing quick pilots. And then we also encourage people that are interested on the academic side, that are interested in kind of joining us on the I-Core journey. We have ways for them to understand a bit more about how the National Science Foundation funds their research, especially in the areas of getting what we call use-inspired research. So we're encouraging both groups to come and mingle and get to know kind of what each other do.